Right. So people, let's continue with the session. So today is day 4, and we'll be learning about the skills and Gen AI, how we can integrate Gen AI with the skills what we're learning. For us, skills are the skills what we learn for data analytics and reporting. So skills can be anything. Specifically, we're learning for data analytics and reporting. So today I have lot many things, lot many questions, requirements, which I'll be practically showing how we can use all these AI tools for implementing and working on the data analytics and reporting applications. Okay. All right. So first of all, what we'll do, we'll see what is there for today's session. So we'll see why integration matters. So first of all, what is integration? Integration means you're trying to work on Excel. In that, how we can use ChatGPT, or how we can use Perplexity, or how we can use Copilot. Okay, so you're trying to integrate it. So previously, what we used to do, we used to work only on Excel. We used to write the formulas. It was very difficult for us to remember all the formulas. But now what we are doing, we are trying to take the help, support of another application which will help us in supporting for creating any formulas or say any of the reportings or any ideas, right? So that is called as integration. So why it is important, why it matters in the current situation. Then we'll see blending core analytics tool with AI. So how we can actually implement AI tools with the skills what we are actually learning. So use case. So we'll just try to understand some of the use case, how we can use say Power BI with ChatGPT, then Excel with Copilot, then Python with Gen AI, all the other tools. Then we'll see how Gen AI accelerates learning and job readiness. And I have some practical things. So for today, we learn about how to use SQL, Excel, Power BI, and Python with the Gen AI tools. So we'll take some examples and we'll work on that. Okay. Right. So first of all, few minutes, I'll just walk you through all this, whatever contents are there, and then directly we'll go for practicals today. So we'll concentrate more on practicals today rather than, keep on understanding these theoretical topics. Okay. First of all, we'll understand why integration matters. Okay. Why it's so important. Let's understand. See, tools make you employable. Integrating those tools with Gen AI makes you indispensable. That means, say, I actually work on Excel. Somewhere I got stuck with some formula. I go to Google and I'll start searching for some, support. But when you go to Google, you'll not get the specific answer. It will give some suggestions, but that might not solve the problem. If you are good enough, if you know some technical things, then yes, you can easily learn that. Also, you can solve that. But this Gen AI, or say, let's say ChatGPT, or Copilot, what it will do, it will give some specific solutions for us, which will help us in finishing the task very soon. Okay, so that is what the Gen AI will actually do. Now, employers assume the basics. Differentiation comes from integration. That means, say, in the first day itself, I told previously we had to go in depth of everything and master everything, and then start working on the the tools like Excel, Power BI, or something. Now you should know the fundamentals. You should know the foundation, at least some basic, so that next level you can take it by using AI tools. That's what it says. Say baseline, say Excel, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, Python, or anything, they get into the short list. Okay, now showing you can pair those Gen AI tools for analysis, for drafting your codes, explaining the results. Okay, for all these things, immediately you can get the results. Next, massive gains in speed. I told you, first and foremost thing in a company, they think about the task to be finished very soon and also with the complete accuracy. So if you can actually say, finish your task soon, as well as with some accuracy, then obviously the company will appreciate you. Say without Gen AI, time goes into mechanics, syntax, formatting, and chart tweaking. So an example what I've given, say, if I'm not using this AI tools, what happens? We might actually keep thinking about what I should do. Then again, we waste time in searching in Google. A lot of things we do some experiments. But here, what happens with Gen AI? You offload repetitive steps. That means all the time, whatever we do for experimenting, we can avoid it. Say, queries, formulas, DAX, whatever. Okay, so we can avoid that, or say we can spend less time in finishing the task. So this Gen AI implementation is very, very important nowadays. Okay, why it matters? Faster cycles means more timely decision. That means we have a lot of time for thinking about more advanced things or more, better things rather than just finishing the task. Previously, what was happening? We used to feel that, okay, let's finish the task soon. Then later on, we'll see whatever we want. But now it's not like that. We finish the task and still we have a lot of time to think how more better we can do this particular task or say the project. Okay. All right. So higher quality and consistency at cycle. So I have explained this also. See, accuracy. That's what I was telling. Speed and accuracy is what first and foremost the companies actually think about that. So if you can actually can gain the speed and the quality, then it is really good that we can implement AI. Correct? Okay. So stronger communication with non-technical stakeholders. So what happens, sir? Say, yesterday I was explaining about GenAI in a normal English, right? So if you go too technical, what happens? It will become difficult for you to understand, especially people who are just coming into this particular field. Imagine I speak about complete technical things. What happens? You might not understand, you might get bored, or you might feel that this is not for me. Some people actually get confused, thinking that it's very complex, and they might quit as well. So if we can make them understand in a normal English, a simple way, obviously people will feel that yes, it is very easy, I can understand, right? They can start learning, or say they start doing some experiments, or they feel very interesting in taking this task or projects, right? So that's what we can actually do with the GenAI. Then reusable building blocks. Again and again, there are some tasks which are coming, which we can automate very easily instead of doing the task repeatedly. So that we can actually do. Better learning curve and confidence. Say this Gen AI or say AI tools, you ask question anytime, that will give the answer. But if you go and ask a human, say your manager around 2 o'clock, early morning 2 o'clock, you call him and ask something. Will you be able to give the correct answer, or say, will you be in the mood to give the answer? He'll be almost half the sleep and he'll say, please call me tomorrow. I want to finish the task. Another half an hour I have to send. And imagine you call your manager and if he's not answering, how will you feel? Right? So we can't help her. Even he's sleeping actually, right? Even he's a human being. But you go to ChatGPT and ask the question, will it say that no, I want to sleep now, it's 2 a.m. I cannot come tomorrow? No. It will give the answer. That means we have better learning curve and confidence. So we can easily ask, it is like a 24/7, like a call center, the customer care. We can keep asking the question and we keep giving the answers. Okay. Right. Direct career benefits you can improve. Say, I'm actually trying to work on a project. I told you, more and more the projects you work, more and more the confidence you get, right? That means you are facing a lot of challenges. Once you face the challenges, what happens? You feel that confidence, more confidence to attend interviews, or even if they give any projects, you can easily work. So that kind of projects I have kept in the entire course. All the challenges. It's not the very simple projects only. Beginning, we'll work on simple tasks, mini projects. Then we'll go to capstone project. We'll have a very complex projects as well. Don't worry, once you start working on projects, even the complex project will become very easy for you. I will explain how to actually handle the projects. Okay. All right. Then future proofing in an AI first workplace. Say nowadays in the companies, they're talking about artificial intelligence. That is the first thing what it comes. Last year, or say previously, you used to get a Power BI developer, data analyst. But now you know what kind of roles we are getting: AI architect, AI engineer. That is for people who know how to develop AI tools. But what are we? We are actually data analysts, data scientists who are trying to create the reports, but taking the help of AI tools. That will be like they'll give the designation as data analyst only, but they'll mention that you should know GenAI as well. Those things also you should be aware of. Okay. Risk control with human in the loop. Say, Not always AI will come into picture. There are sometimes you get stuck. So you should be able to handle that also. I told you, I'll be teaching you manually as well as AI tools. Both will try to understand. You know what happens if you're not understanding the concepts, if you're not understanding the fundamentals, you will get stuck. Or even if the AI is giving some results, will you be able to understand that? It's very difficult because if you don't know any concepts, then whatever results it's giving, you cannot understand because the technical terms are like that, which might not be easily understood. Okay. All right. Next, bottom line for students. Say tools equals competence, integration equals value. Say blending core analytics with GenAI transforms you from a chart builder into a trusted partner for decision. I have a data. I select the data. I'll create one chart. That's all over. But what the chart actually speaks, we are analysts. We should be able to make the client understand what the chart actually is saying. It's not that only chart creating. Anyone create the chart. Anyone can create the chart. Select the data, chart is done. But you should be able to make him understand what's happening. Say, for example, I have 50 products. In that, I want to get top 10 products. When I say top 10 products, it is not that just like that I'll take some products. It can be with some criteria, say on sales or profit or the production. Understood. So these things we should be able to answer. That is what it is saying, that blending core analytics with GenAI transforms you from just a chart builder into a trusted partner for decision. Say faster delivery, clear stories, fewer errors. You cannot give 100% results without any errors. There will be some minute errors will be there. Can't help. Measurable business impact. That's why integration is not optional. Previously, it was optional. Now it is not optional. You have to use it. Okay. It's the fastest path from learner to job ready analyst. Now, what you're learning from last 4 days, you're just learning. But from next week onwards, people who have registered, you will be going through a different way of trainings. People, the trainings, what I actually see every 6 months, and we keep changing my syllabus, or say every 1 year. Why? Because the students who come here should feel very comfortable about the skills what they learn. We shouldn't be like always same kind of trainings. Okay. See, all this I prepared. I told you, right? I was preparing this recently. I just prepared it. Why? Because there are so many technologies which keep coming and going. So we have to give the students the latest versions. Okay. Right. So next, blending core analytics. Say, what is blending? Blending means you're trying to, again, integration. Say, blending core analytics tools with AI is about creating partnership, collaboration. Means you're trying to keep ChatGPT and Excel together. If you see by YouTube, you go to last year. Okay, I think last year I did one class. Even at that time, even GenAI was not so popular. I've already done all these classes way long back when ChatGPT had come. Okay, that time people actually didn't know about ChatGPT can do so many things. You can go to my YouTube. I think last year or 2003 when ChatGPT came into market. So I was just doing some R&D. Just go and see. Already I've done one Excel class using this ChatGPT already. So way long back. Okay. Now from last 6 months, I'm seeing all this GenAI and all is coming up. But I did this class very long back when ChatGPT had come. If you want, you can go and check. If I'm telling, this guy, GenAI came now only, how he is telling, go and check my YouTube channel. Already, I've done one class for ChatGPT using Excel. So now it has become a little more advanced. That's all. Okay. Say Excel plus AI. In AI, see in Excel, we have something called as Copilot, which is inbuilt. I'll show you that. Okay. And then we have ChatGPT, which I can use. And then we have Power BI, Tableau. For that also we can use this AI. There are so many, say tools which I can implement. Yesterday I showed you in ChatGPT there are so many tools, right? You go to the GPTs. There are so many. If you take this plus ChatGPT plus, you will get including so many other GPTs actually. Okay. So here it says, suppose if you're writing some complex formulas, cleaning the data, or designing dashboards, it would take a lot of time for us. Now just give the query, ChatGPT will actually give me the suggestions or the results, whatever the output, we can implement that. Same thing, say here for Power BI, what are the difficult things what we face? How actually we can easily do that? Then for SQL, then what struggles we actually face while writing the queries? Then for Python, so many of them actually back out because of the coding. Now don't worry, I will show you how easily you can write the codes. All this I will do practically today. Okay. The next, storytelling. This is very important for any analyst. Storytelling means you're not just telling some stories. It is about I have the data, I create some reports, and then you're telling what this data is speaking about. For example, I have 10 products in my company which have been produced and have done the sales. Now you have to tell your manager or someone saying that, see, we have so much of production. So product 1 to product 10, these are the sales what we have done. This is the profit we have done from January to December. So we have done the sales. Say in March, we have done the highest sales. In September, it is coming down because of some reason. So this is something like story what we are telling. Now, when I say September, there is some loss. The manager will ask why. No companies will accept loss, but it happens. Correct. Now, the manager will ask why there is a loss. We should be able to tell why there is a loss. For that, we call it as insights. Insight means in September, in March, we have done the highest sales. In September, we're doing very low sales. There is some problem here. What is the problem? For that, we give that insight saying that this is what is happening. Then immediately the managers, the analysts, everyone will sit and they'll take a decision. See, this is what you have to do. And the marketing people will be there and they will do some marketing strategy. And again, they'll try to increase the sales. Understood how this happens? This is called as storytelling. I'm just giving one simple example. That's all. If you go more in depth, there are a lot many things to learn actually. But I'm just giving you an example of what is storytelling. You got the point? Okay. All right. How this happens? All this happens because of AI tools what we have, the data what we have, the data speaks. AI tool supports us to tell the story in more easiest way. Right? When I say stories, I cannot go and tell standing like a school kid and say this is the story. You cannot tell. You have to prepare some presentation, PPT. Now for that also we have Canva, where automatically we create a lot of presentations. We have Gamma. There is one something called as Gamma.ai, which will help in creating the presentations. So likewise, there are so many AI tools which will help us in creating the stories. Okay. All right. Then why this blend matters? Students don't just learn tools. Excel, they'll not just learn only tools. They learn how to supercharge them with AI. I have a formula, a very big formula. How to optimize that? It will become very difficult. You have to do some R&Ds, but the AI tool, the ChatGPT will give us a simple solution. We can do that. This leads to faster project completion, then higher quality outputs, better career opportunities. People, I'll tell you why people who use this AI tools, or say people who are actually becoming more and more technically stronger using this Gen AI, why they are getting more opportunities. I'll tell you. Thing is, any companies, first thing is they need a good technical person, right? First thing. And if he can finish it faster, right, with good quality, the company will select that person only, right? Imagine in your house, there is some problem. Let's say there is one problem where the pipe is actually getting leaked. Now, to whom will you go? You'll say, you'll go and inquire your friends or someone saying that, let me know some plumber who is with good experience, correct? Will you go and give any work for someone who's just, who doesn't know anything and you say, no, I'll also do it. You'll inquire, you'll do the background checking and all, right? Why do we do that? Because we want our work to be done properly. Similarly, is there any mistake that people from the companies do your background check? Is there any mistake? It is their rights to check your background verification and all. They'll do. Why? Because you might fake. Imagine someone is coming to your house saying that I am very experienced in this plumbing. so I will do the work. You believe and you give the task to him, and if he's actually spoiling the entire thing, how will you feel? Will you are you willing to pay that person? You start blasting him, right? You spoil the entire thing. Similar, the company is also correct. When you go for a work, I have seen many people actually faking. They'll fake and they'll go inside. Imagine, same thing will happen to your house also. How will you feel? Correct? So they'll say, sir, can I go and join the company? I will fake and I'll go. Is it ethics? That's why I'll always tell people, have skills. Some people actually argue saying that, sir, how much ever I learn, how much ever I do, I'm not getting jobs, sir. Then what is wrong in faking? That is your wish. No one can stop you. You fake and you go. But when you got caught, who will actually be, say the problem? Correct? So whenever you are doing these kind of things, please also think that when I get caught, what happens? Okay. So what I always tell is make sure that you learn the technologies properly. You master it. Try. You will get job. There is nothing like you won't get job. It might take time, but you will get job. But I've seen people see there are some different stages. Before COVID, it was like typing some resume, sending it to the company. They will call. You'll go attend the interviews. You'll get the job. Then slowly things got changed. Online interviews. They started giving all the tests, and if you work on that, then they'll select. Now, from last 1 year, you know how it is. They have a different way of selecting the candidates. They'll go and then do the background verification. How they'll see how active you are in social media. When it's a social media, not making all your stupid reels or stupid posts. They'll check your LinkedIn, how active he is, what actually he is trying to post, what all projects he has done. So all these things they'll check. That means you have to keep posting something. You have to make others feel that you are technically strong and better than other person. But that doesn't mean that you keep on posting. Post some very good thing, which is very unique, very much impressive. I will tell you, if you do that, any companies or any HRs will actually appreciate you and you might get the call. There are so many people are getting job like that. I've told all my students also start posting. Some of them are actually doing it. If you tag me, then obviously I will try to appreciate as well so that some of them can actually view your profile and you might get the job also. I'll tell you all these things, don't worry. Okay. All right. Next, use cases. That means, anyways, we are working on the practicals. Next use cases I'll show you. But just quickly, we'll just try to understand. Say Power BI with ChatGPT. Let's say challenges without AI, what all we can face. Say I want to write a DAX formula for year-on-year growth, for variance, moving averages. So can be time consuming and error prone. Means, so what happens? I want to write a DAX formula for year-on-year growth. So it will take a lot of time for me to understand the columns, and again, so many things will have to do. This one can easily be done by giving a prompt like this. Write a DAX formula for year-over-year sales growth. Immediately, ChatGPT will give the query, then I can copy and paste and we can try on. So likewise, for Excel also, there is something called as Copilot. We can use this Copilot directly inbuilt, or I can use ChatGPT or anything, any other AI tools also. Then we have Python, the programming language, where it is difficult for some of them. Actually, they feel it is very difficult, but it's very easy. So we have ChatGPT, we have Gemini, then we have so many other tools which will help us in writing the codes for us. So we can use that as well. Okay. So likewise, we can use that and we can try to finish our task very soon. How GenAI accelerates learning and job readiness. I already have explained all this. Again, I'll not go in depth of it. Say faster learning curve, then instant feedback and troubleshooting, hands-on industry simulation, and confidence. And okay, this one, okay, portfolio power. Okay. So what is that? Let me just explain in brief. So AI will actually finish my task faster. It'll give me more confidence that yes, I've done the projects. The project is more accurate. This is what the company needs. You can start explaining your interviewer that this is what I've done. This is the project I got. This is the data I got. This is how I cleaned. So the entire process you can explain with more confidence. Yes. When you finish the task by yourself, you know what I'm doing, then you have more confidence. That's all a company needs. Okay. All right. So now what we'll do is we'll go here. I will explain everything with the practicals. Now, what I'll do, whatever we have learned from last 3 days, and today also I just gave some glance. All these are just to give you some awareness, and some of them we actually worked on the practicals as well in our some of the classes as well. Now, what I'll do is I have taken some questions here for you. See, I'll not work on all the questions because it will take some time, but I'll explain some of them and I'll give you this document to you. You start working on it. I will give you the data. I will give you all the files. Start working on it, but I'll explain what actually you can do. Okay. Now, let's start with SQL Server because all these days we actually were working on Excel, Power BI or something. We try to work on SQL Server and we see. I assume that everyone here, including me, we doesn't know SQL Server, nothing we know. All are zero here. So like that we'll start. Okay. So before I start this, let me open this SQL Server. Now, don't worry about this installation and all that. I'll explain when you come to the course. I'll just open this SQL Server. Okay. So it'll take some 1 or 2 minutes. Meanwhile, let's take a feedback from all of them and then I'll start the session. Say, people online, how did you feel about all these 3 classes until now? Because we'll go to another level now. So I want all of you, please take 1 minute and tell how did you feel about the classes, which will actually make me feel that yes, these 4 days was really helpful, fruitful, and also productive. I want all of you take 1 minute, quickly answer. Meanwhile, the SQL server will open, then I'll go for practicals. I want all of you, please answer. Whoever answers, they'll get one gift from me. People, 30 seconds over.
Can you repeat the question, Adi sir?
Now, my question was just simple. We took, 3.5 days, say 3 classes, and now also it took some class. How did you feel about it? That's all I'm asking. That's all. About the feedback about the classes. After that, I'll go for practicals because it takes some time to open for this particular SQL server. I thought, meanwhile, I can take some feedback from you people. I just ask the feedback. That's all, nothing else. Quickly, I'll give you 30 seconds. I want all of you to post your comments quickly. Just 30. All right. Okay. Abhishek, good. Okay. Then Shubhada, very useful. ChatGPT is used most time. Not awareness. Okay. Very good. Bharat, I just want to take a moment to sincerely thank you for last 3 days plus your sessions were not only informative. Thank you so much, Bharat. I feel very confident now in your improvement. Thank you so much. Abhishek, 4 days section was okay, very good. Very understanding. Roslyn, it was so clear. Very good. Yes. Bharat mentioned something. I am feeling I can survive in this competitive life. People start learning AI. I'll tell you, you can beat anyone. But you should have a lot of talent and you should be very fast as well. Learn this as quickly as possible. Okay. Right. Celine is saying very useful to understand the concept and okay. Sridhar, very good information. Nitya, very useful to know information about AI tools, informative class, learned new things about Brinda is actually our the previous batch student. Yeah. So ask them to learn all these AI tools. There's so many other people also will be joining from next week. So thank you so much, people. Senthil is saying interesting. I wanted someone to explain me about storytelling, and you did it. Thank you. Okay. All right. Now I want all of you please be on mute. I don't know why. Even if I mute that mic, also people are able to speak. I think you people are using some AI tool to track this. Okay. Right. Anyways, so thank you so much for all your feedback, people. Let me tell you one thing. I never ask feedback about me like what others do. I always feel that whatever work I do, you people should know. That's all. And I never ask feedback about me, but I always ask the feedback about my class. Why? Because whatever I do here, it shouldn't be only that I teach you people so that I do some marketing. We do marketing, yes, but whatever the time is spent here, that should be really useful for everyone. Okay, I spend so much of time. People, I'll tell you, from last 4 days, I'm sleeping somewhere around 2 to 3 o'clock. Because I want the class to be very interesting and also productive. Okay, so when I ask some feedback, just I'm asking you to take some 30 seconds to 1 minute. That's all. I'm spending, nearly 30 to 40 hours to make this content. How much ever I tell, 5 minutes to prepare some content, I have to read that. I have to make sure that, what I deliver is very interesting. Preparing content is nothing. ChatGPT will give in 1 minute, but I have to explain that in more interesting way. So all these things will take time. So make sure that when you attend any webinars, not only mine, it should be productive. Okay. Make sure that you learn something. All right, people. So let's move on. I'll not waste time. So now let me just open this notepad. All of you, please concentrate now. Here, I'm not teaching anything. I'm just showing you something interesting. But all these things you'll be learning in your classes. That is from next week, right from scratch, from zero. So we are starting from Excel. But now I just want to show you people how this Gen AI will help us in solving the problems, solving the issues, or say supporting us in getting the queries or codes or anything. Okay. SQL Server. If it doesn't know what is SQL Server, it is actually a application which will help us in storing the data and writing some queries. When I say queries, it's nothing but it is command where I tell the database to give me the data. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll go here. And if you see here, I'm just connecting. This is SQL Server application. Now here I have so many databases. Now what I'll do, let me see if already the data is there. I'll just check if the data is there and we can use that. Otherwise, we'll take a new one. Okay. This orders, this is the table what I have. Okay. Or we can also go here. I'll try to import it for you so that we can have the same data what I'll be sharing it with you. Okay. It will not take much time. I'll try to import the data. You just observe this so that you'll get an idea about how Excel, Power BI, all this can be used. I'm trying to import the data. This is just importing. Okay. Okay. From Excel. And then it's the path. Okay. This is my path. We'll do one thing. We'll create a new database itself for you people. Okay. right click, new database. We'll make it as TB GenAI and say September 2025. Okay, I created a new database for you people, not to confuse you people. I will say okay. There is one new database which got created for you people. Okay. Now I'll go here. I'll try to import the data. I'm just trying to take that particular data here, which I have in this particular folder. Objects. Okay, this data I'll take. It'll take just few minutes only. Import. People, please be on mute. Okay, here I have the data. I'm selecting the data, say open, say next. Then I'll import this to my SQL server. And the database, what I have is study. Okay, this is the database. I'll say next, next. Then I'll take all the tables. I just took all the tables. Next, next, and say fetch. To write a query, I need some data. So I just took the data. That's all. Okay. Right. So all the data is imported. Now I'll say close. Now let me go and check here. I'll just refresh once. In my SQL server, I should have those tables. Can I say this? I have all the tables here. I will just remove this dollar sign quickly so that we'll get the table name proper. Just so I could have taken the previous data itself, but I want you people to learn from scratch. So I just use this new tables. Okay. Name. Right. My tables are ready. Now I need to write the queries. There are some questions which my company has given, or say in the interview I've got. Let me go here and see what are the questions. The first question says, list all the rows from data. That is, data is nothing but the table where order date is in 2018 and sales is greater than 500. Return, transaction ID, order date, sales and profit. So this is my question. Understand? Okay. Now I don't know how to write the queries. I don't know. I don't know anything. What I'll do, I'll go here. Let me copy this question. Okay. Now I'll go to ChatGPT. Let's go to ChatGPT. New chat. Okay. Here I'll say here SQL query specialist. I'll just assign one designation to my AI tool. Now I'll say I need your support. Okay. For getting the queries. Now, when I mention this, how will this ChatGPT know about the data? What I'll do, I'll go here. I will drag this data and I'll put it here. I can do this previously also. Now, what it will do is it is having this data. I'm saying I need your support for getting the queries using the data attached. Everything I'm giving in a simple English, but writing queries, there are something different actually. Technically, you have to do that. I'll tell you when you come to this course. There's something called as prompt engineering. I'll explain that. The query is, I can give all the queries at one shot. If I give, then you'll get confused because it will give all the result at once. It will become very difficult. Now, I gave the same question here. Now, what I'll do, I'll say run this. You know what it will do? It is studying the data first. Understood? Now, this will analyze, it will give me the query. Let's see if I'll get the right query or not. See, can you see this? Select trans ID, order ID, sales profit. That's what it was saying here. Now see the query here, it says year of 2018 and sales is greater than 500. Done. My query is done. How much time it took? Few seconds. Forget about importing the data and these things. That is because we wanted the data. But the query, it took few seconds. Now what I'll do, I'll go here. I will copy this. Or I can click on this copy code. I'll go back to my SQL server. And here I'll say new query. Okay. Just say use. This is because I need to activate my database. So I'll paste this. Did I type anything here for this query? No. Let me select this and I'll say execute and see what happens. No results. Why? Maybe in 2018 there are no above 500. Let's see. If you are having the doubt, what we can do is, see, that's what I was telling. Now see, it gives some query, nothing is coming, then we feel that we'll get scared. That's why you should know the fundamentals. What I'll do, I'll just go and check. Let me check the data first. Okay. Data is there, 2016, 17, 18 should be there, I guess. No. 2018, there is no data, I guess. No problem. Let me just see. We'll make it as 2017 and see. See, 2018, there was no data. Got it? You are understanding what I'm trying to say? So you should know to understand the queries as well. It's not that whatever I get, I'll just put there and I've seen people, they'll just say copy paste and they'll get scared. Oh my God, there is no something happened. Nothing is coming. There is something wrong. They'll get scared. So I know the query basics. I could handle, correct? So that is what I was telling. Fundamentals are very important. AI will not give everything right. It will just support. Let's go to another query now. Understood? We solved this query. Now we'll go to another query. Say from data table, show total sales, total profit, and average discount for the whole data set. Now I'll copy this. Now again, I don't have to give all this be a query specialist data and all. Already this is there in the memory now. This is how actually it works. The ChatGPT, what it will do is it will keep the data in memory. Now I'll go here. I'll say, please give the query for the following question. See, I don't have to again and again type everything. I just gave here, see, select sum of total sales, profit, discount. I will copy this. I think this should come actually because you're not selecting any data. See, paste it, select, and say it's execute. See, understood. I want this region wise. I want to change the query. Every time I don't have to go and keep on asking the ChatGPT. Now I want region wise. What I'll do, I'll go here. I'll say it. Come. Okay. But people, this will not come directly. So what I should do, say from data to by region. Let me run this and see. Oops, sorry. Here we don't have region in this. We'll say location ID. See, is by location ID. So you should also know about the simple queries modification as well. Everything you cannot go and keep on asking ChatGPT. Next query. Derived column. Derived column means a calculated column which is not there in the actual table. We are writing a formula and we are getting the results. Let's say calculate shipping delay in days. That is, I'm trying to find the difference between order date and ship date. I want transaction ID, order date, ship date, and delay days. In this table, I'm not sure whether we have any delays happened. So I don't know. Let's check. Okay, because I worked in this data. Let me just check. Okay. Here the query for the following question. Let's okay. See transaction ID, order date, ship date, then date diff. I want this by days, order date minus ship date. Let me copy this and we'll see. Okay. See, this is actually giving me order date and ship date, the difference. See, understood how we can use this GenAI? Don't you feel it is very easy now? But I know some of the SQL commands here I'm able to do. But if I give the same questions to you, will you be able to do it? Even though you get the queries, you'll get the queries. But how to execute that? What all things I should take care? So this also you have to understand. Okay. All right. Let's go for some more queries. Okay. Let's go. I'll give you this document. Okay. Please try to work on all the examples. Let me go here and okay, we'll take this. Okay. Group by with multiple dimensions. Say total sales by category, region. Okay. This is coming from various different tables now. They're not in the same table, all the data. We have some 5 to 6 tables, right? Now let's see. So total sales by category and region, joins where product and location. And I need the sales which are greater than 10,000. I'll just paste this and say, see, here we need to get the join. Now you see, little complex query, right? Now what I'll do, let me copy this. I'm not explaining the query. I'm just showing you how fast we can do with this GenAI. Okay. Paste it. Now let's go here and I'll execute it. See all the values which are about 10,000 we are getting. And this is coming from two different tables. Region is coming from location table and this category is coming from product table. How do you know? Because I work on this data, I know. Right? You understood, right? I'm just showing you how fast we can do with the GenAI tools. That's all. Next, if you think you want some more complex examples, we can go here and see. Okay. Let's not take too complex because if I take that, then you will get confused. Okay, this one say by subcategory compute profit margin. What is the formula? Profit divided by say the sales, whatever we have. That is, it will remove all the zeros. Okay. Show subcategory sales, profit and profit margin and in descending order. Okay. Let me copy this. I'll just put it here and say, let's see. See, it will also explain here. Okay. Let me go here. I'll just copy this. And then I will paste it. Run this. See, the profit margin. Anyways, later we can QC that. When we actually want to work on a project, we have to QC that. As of now, just see, I'm getting this. Understood what is GenAI? That's all. It will generate some output for me, which will help me in finishing the task. That is called as GenAI. It can be in the format of text, the format of image, video, or it can be the format of voice. Understood? All of you? Okay. So likewise, I have many queries here. See, around some 20 queries I've given. So you can use this. I will be giving you the data as well. Okay, you can use that. Try that. If you don't have SQL Server, see if you can install it. But anyways, all this installation, everything will be thought for you. Once you come to the classes. Okay, done. Now let's go to another tool, Excel. Okay, here also what I've done, I given some tasks for you people to work on. Let's say I'm getting some task like this. I want to work. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll go here to my ChatGPT. And if you feel that I want to have another chat, then again I have to drag and drop the data and I have to use. Again, if you feel that I'm using the same data, let's use the same data. Suppose you feel that I will use the same data, you can use the same chat itself and say that I'm now working on Excel. You have to mention that. Otherwise, it will give you the query. Now it is still thinking that you're working SQL Server only. Now what I'll do, let's say now I am working on Excel. So please be my Excel expert and give the suggestions for the questions I am asking. You just see here, I'm trying to explain what I need. Don't say give the results for Excel. Don't do that. It will get confused. So make sure that you'll explain it properly. Now I'm mentioning that I want to work on Excel now. And let's mention Excel with the same data attached. Understood? Now this will be more clear for it so that you can use the same data. Now what I'll do, let me go here. I'll just make a copy of it, okay? Because I want to give this data for you. Let me open this and we'll work on whatever it suggests, okay? Right, so here we have different tables here, see data. This is what a table we actually try to filter. Then we have segment, ship mode, customer, location, and product. Now let me go back. What is the question we have? It says show all the transactions where the sales is greater than 500 and order date is in 2018. So same thing like what we had this query, right? But we don't have 2018, I guess. Let's go and check. Data. I'll just check manually once, okay? 2018, it's not that. We'll make it as 2017 then, okay? All right. Now, I will take this question, I'll paste it here. I'll make it 2017. And we'll say. It is giving SQL also. Okay. Now, here what it is saying, just use the filter. We can get the results. Let's go here and I'll say, I want only 2017. I'll select 2017. And the sales greater than 500, I'll go to the sales and here I'll say greater than 500. See, I got the result. This is one way. It has given more other ways. Okay, forget this. This is for advanced filters. Okay, we can use this advanced filters as well. And here it has given the formula also. Now, people in 2021 version and the 365 version, we have a formula called as filter. Now, I don't want these filters to be done like this, whatever I did now. I want to use a formula. Now, what I'll do, I'll say, I want the formula to filter the data mentioned. Okay, we have a formula called as filter, which will help me in filtering the data. See, filter, and it's giving me this particular formula. Now, what I'll do, I'll go here. Let me remove the filters. I will go somewhere here. Okay, say I can mention equals filter open bracket. I have the array. I can select all this say from here till here, I can select like this and I can work on this. But here, if you see, it already had given some, the formula. What I'll do, I'll just copy this and I'll go here and I'll paste. See, immediately I got the formula. This is for selecting the range. I'll just increase this. Okay. And this is for this, the filters, whatever closed. Behind. People, 1 minute, it's getting hanged actually. Let me open again. Okay. String here only. Okay. Now I'll just say enter. Let me select this manually. Because it is not taking this particular one. I'll just take this. Otherwise, we can go to I will take this. There is some problem there. I'll say, please give this by a range, not the column names. Let's see. There was some problem, right? So I'm just giving this. Let's see what it will do. Yeah. Now let me copy this and see. See, because I've taken the entire range, it was giving some error. See, it got filtered with all the data, whatever. So we got the formula immediately. There was some error. Again, I corrected it. Understood. So let's go here. We have more questions. Let's say I want to add the delay. Say same thing like what we had the ship date and say. So if you think that you want to add this, so I can go here, select this, and then I'll give here. Now again, you don't have to mention about Excel and all because already it knows that we are trying to work on Excel. Say add a column delay with the ship date minus order date. See, it is giving me this one because it is thinking that we are converted into table. Okay. There is something called as table. When you convert this into table, then we'll get this. So I'll mention saying that, I don't want this table. I just want only this formula. So you can use this formula just like this. So this also will actually work. So I'll go here and here in Excel, see, I can just say this minus this. That's all. Let's go here and I'll say equals ship date minus order date. See. Otherwise, if you convert this into table, I can go here. I can convert this into table. Now we'll not get that D2 minus C2. You will get that column name. See, can you see that? minus. So that's what it is giving me. Both the result has given me with only normal range or with the table headers as well, the column headers. Okay. Right. So likewise, I have given some questions. So I cannot work on every single thing and show you. It will take a lot of time. I'm just giving you some examples how actually you can use this GenAI. So here, whatever you feel that you want to work on, just go and work on this. And to tell you, I was talking about the okay. So here, if you think you want to work on, let me just select this. Okay, let me just select this. When I select this, can you see this? I have this quick analysis. All these are artificial intelligence, where I can just go click on this. See, you'll get all this immediately like this. So all the options are available. Say I want to create a chart. See, immediately you'll get all this. So these are all inbuilt, which is there in Excel itself. Otherwise, let's say I want to do some analysis. Let me just select this. Let's see, where is the tool? It's not there yet. Let me just search. See, analyze data. Okay, I just click on this analyze data. What it will do is you'll try to analyze the data here on. So I don't have to do anything. See, all the possible things it will give. So I want to insert the chart, it will give. Say I want to do some analysis on some say pivot table or something, that also it will give here. So select the data, it will give me all the possible analysis what I can do. The quick analysis will show you all that immediately. Then this will take little more advanced things and it will give me the result. Say I can also add the questions here. I can also add the questions here saying that need total sales and profit based on year. This is one question I'm giving. Let's say enter. Let's see sum of sales. So we can insert the pivot table here. Understood. So many things are implemented in Excel itself. In MS Office itself, they have implemented so many things. If you go here, let me just check. Here we have something called as Copilot. Let me just check. Let's say Copilot. It's not showing for me today. So you have something called Copilot. I don't know why it's not showing here. Let me just close this. Okay. Anyways, so you'll have something called as Copilot here. So that also can be used actually, which will help you in working on AI tools. Otherwise, also you have this Chat GPT where you can go to this Chat GPT and you can work on that. Okay, done. All right. Now let's say I want the same thing to work on Power BI. You can work on any tools. Okay. So here I have this Power BI. Import the provided Excel file into Power BI and establish relationship between data, customer, and things like that. Okay. So you don't know how to do. I will just copy this. Okay. And we'll go here for this Chat GPT. Now I'll say now I am. Meanwhile, I'll just open this Power BI. Okay, let me just open this Power BI. It will take some time. Okay, working on Power BI. Okay, please help me in data modeling. I'll give this post. Okay, now I'll just say okay, because now I need to import the data here. This will take some time. You saw that we are trying to import the data, right? So we can import the data exactly like what we did for SQL Server. Same thing you have to do here also. That's a blank report. And then get data and try to take that particular Excel file. Okay, I'm trying to import the data. Same data I'll take. Okay, I'll take this. It'll take some time to import the data. So meanwhile, we'll go and study what's there in now. So it is giving me all the possible joins here. Okay, that is the relationship. See, saying so the data and it's connecting to product, then segment, customer, and all these things. I'll show you this practically here once we import this. Okay, see all the tables. I'll just try to import. Okay, now let me go to transform data because there are some times where the columns are not proper. I know this data, that's why I'm just doing it very fast. Otherwise, you have to study the data. Okay. And people, anything you can ask ChatGPT, anything, it will give you the suggestion. So here we have this Copilot. I don't know why it's not showing in Excel for me. So here we'll have that Copilot actually. It's coming, it's not coming here. That Copilot, what you saw, that is actually the AI actually for MS Office and Microsoft. Okay. So if we go here and try to correct this, there are some data glitches here. I'll just try to correct it quickly. Yeah. Right. So I'm just trying to correct all the columns. Now I'll close this. I'll go to Power BI. That is, it is asking for the data modeling. That is, you have to connect it. Okay. So here, when I ask ChatGPT, it is telling that we can connect, say, what all data I can connect. It's just showing me here. Same thing I'll do here now, quickly once it is uploaded. So remember that in SQL Server also we used to upload the data. Same thing I'm doing here also. So it is loaded now. Okay. Now let me go to this data modeling and we'll follow the instructions given by ChatGPT. So I'll go here. But people, if the columns are right, automatically the data modeling, so all the connections are done. See, everything is connected automatically. If it is not done, then I'll go and see product ID and I'll try to connect it product ID. Now this will get connected. See, can you see this? Like, so we can take the instructions. So here I given all the questions. So any question you just take, say data cleaning in Power Query, remove duplicate from customer table. So you can just copy this and paste it there. You will get that. Let's see if there are any DAX functions to be created. So, okay, create a DAX measure for total sales. So let me go here and I'll give this to the Chat GPT. See, this will give me the DAX. See, likewise, any complex queries also it will give. So you are getting the idea, right? How actually we can use this AI tools. Same thing you can use DeepSeek, Perplexity. There are so many tools which you can use it. Some of them are paid, some of them are free. Now let's also quickly see how we can use this Python. Okay. Now people, we don't know anything about Python, right? But still I want to run the code. I'll just take this. I want the first 10 rows of data which is in a data frame. I'll go here. Now I'll say, now I need a code in Python. Okay. To get the first 10 rows of this. I will run this. You just see. It's trying to analyze the data and then it will give me the code. See, this is the code what I need now. Now, if you open that Python, it will take some time. So, see, this code I can just copy and I can run. I'll get the data in Python. But for all this, we should have the fundamentals. We should know the foundation. We should know some basic at least. So this is what we'll be doing. So in our career accelerator, what you're starting from next week, we'll start from scratch on Excel. But people, I'm telling you, this time it is not just only about the tools, not just only about the options in the tools. We'll be learning about GenAI, then projects, then so many other challenges, whatever the industry is actually facing, and how actually we can overcome those challenges as well. Okay, right. So I'll stop here and thank you so much for all these 4 days. So maybe I was a little faster and but still I try to make you people understand about what is GenAI and how it can be used in our data analytics and all the other domains as well. I actually am planning for one more webinar on the entire things, even with the automation of GenAI. I actually planned for tomorrow, but some of them are actually not there because today is some government holiday, right? So some of them are on long weekend. So some of them requested that they not be available. So we'll try to have one more session that is on the complete only on AI, not any other tools. So that I'll let you know. Okay, that will be somewhere on Saturday and Sunday. I'm planning for English and Kannada both. Okay, so I'll let you know the date and whatever I've done this 4 days. So people, this is available in the app. Already I've put the videos, okay, videos and the content. Just go here. I have already shared the link as well. Again, I'll share the link. If you're not getting the link, you can call Suma. Okay, it is there here. Already I have added. Okay, see here all the 3 days with all the contents, right? And people, this link I'm again sharing. You can use this link. Okay, and I have a bonus gift for all of you. Let me just show you. See, there are some data here. This data I have not added. Along with that, I have the bonus where I have 100 plus dashboard collection. I showed you that day, the 100 plus dashboard, this thing. Okay. See this, I'll give you along with that. We have another 1,000 Power BI downloadable templates, then Excel templates. I have 130 Python projects. All these are completely free. I'll, add that for you people. But do me one favor. I will give this bonus to all of you. What you do is just log into this page. And if you just scroll down here, you can give the feedback. I want your honest feedback, all of you. Okay, offline, online, all of you. Please go to this website and I want you people to give your honest feedback about the session. And people have taken so much of efforts. I'm just asking your 2 to 3 minutes. That's all. I'm not asking you to spend the whole day. Okay, you can go to ChatGPT and you can type whatever you feel that will frame the very good English also. So that also you can copy and paste. No worries. But let that be your words. Okay, just for namesake, don't do that. But I promise you that this particular bonus file, whatever is there, is completely genuine and it's having a lot of things, right from Excel to Power BI to so many other queries. And also I have some prompts as well for Excel formulas. Everything I'll give it to you. So I request all of you go to this website and give your honest feedback. Okay. All right. So quickly before closing, I want all of you. I think mic is already enabled. I think you people wants to go for Power BI class offline. How was the session? Quickly, you can tell and can quickly understood information. whoever have registered already and people who are registering now for the batch. So next everything will be with GenAI. Don't worry. And this is just one sample, just 0.1% what I've taught. A lot of things what I'll be teaching you. Now, to the extent where you can work on prompt engineering as well. Everything is there this time. I will teach you. Okay, right. People, we can move for Power BI class. People online, you can unmute and you can. I think mic option is already there. So if you people wants to give some feedback, I would request all of you to unmute and you can give the feedback, or you can type as well. How did you feel about the sessions? And if anybody wants one-on-one, okay? So, right. So this is the number. This is Suma's number. You can call her for if you think you want to continue with this registrations. You can call this number. And otherwise, if anybody wants to speak, you can unmute and you can speak. Anyone? Okay. Right, people. So anybody wants to call or something, I given the number here 90 660 78793. You can call Suma. And for the bonus file, please give your honest feedback here in this particular link. I will surely send you the bonus. Okay. Thank you so much, people. And you can also follow me on my LinkedIn. Okay, you can just type my name. Otherwise, I'll give you the address as well. You can also follow me on my link. Okay, so this is my LinkedIn profile. You can follow me as well if I'm still not following. Okay. All right, people. So thank you so much for this 4 days GenAI class. I will catch you guys the next week. The view link is this one. Bharat, I've already sent. See this link. Okay, this is the link. Same link. You can just scroll down. You just open that particular link. Okay. See here. This is the link where you have all the videos and all. And if you just scroll down, you will get this. You can type. Okay, you can type this here. So here you can type. Okay. Right, people. So thank you so much. I will catch you guys soon with some more interesting sessions. Okay. Take care, all of you. Bye bye.